Hello and welcome to the screenshot tour of DevPanel. I will walk you through some screenshots and explain what's there. This is the login page. You can log in with a single sign-on or your own username and password. After you log in, you will see a list of workspaces that you have access to. A workspace is an isolated collection of resources, projects, and applications. If you want someone to work on those projects, you can give them access to that workspace. Revoke their access, and they will lose all access to everything in that workspace. You can create and manage sites in workspaces. There are many ways to create sites, but the easiest way is to create a site using a template. There are some pre-built application templates. If you don't see what you want, you can either request a template or build your own. A template can also be a half-built site with all the modules, plugins, and themes that you normally use. You can link your own GitHub, Gitlab, or Bitbucket account to manage your code. And you can build out any branch into an application. Every application has its own management dashboard. When you create an application, a default URL is automatically assigned to it. On this overview page, you can see the application's default URL, plus any and all custom URLs assigned to it. From here, you can also start VS Code, Cloud Dev Environment, or PHP My Admin, the database management tool. Both these tools are browser-based, so developers don't need their own local dev environments. You can also pause and unpause applications if you want. This is Code Server, a browser-based version of VS Code IDE. It has a built-in code editor, a SSH terminal with drag-and-drop FTP, SCP functionality. Because this dev environment is running in a browser, multiple developers can use it simultaneously. The IDE comes pre-installed and pre-configured with many dev tools like Composer, Drush, and WP-CLI. Just like a local dev environment, any code changes you make are instantly reflected on the app, even without committing the code to Git. Each application comes with its own database. This is PHP My Admin. We use it to run SQL queries, import and export data, and manage the database, all from the browser. After the overview page is the activities log page. This is an audit trail of who did what and when on the project and the application. This meets compliance requirements for many high-security environments. It eliminates guesswork and lets you quickly identify the people to talk to when there's a problem. Use the Backups page to create manual backups or set up automated backups. You can easily create a local dev environment by downloading the backup. Webhooks are created from the code page. Webhooks can be used to keep your site in sync with your local dev environment. It can be used for automatic testing, and advanced users can use them in their CI/CD pipelines. The configuration page lets you add more CPU, RAM, and disk space to your environment. You can also use it to chase the runtime version. For example, you can chase the version of PHP to test if your site will run with the new version of PHP. The Custom Domains page does exactly what it says. Use it to attach one or more custom domains to your application. DevPanel will automatically get and manage a free SSL certificate for each custom domain. The Logs page is an easy way to view your access and error logs. The Security page lets you add, remove, and reconfigure simple access pop-up blocks on your site. Least 5 permissions let you update modules and plugins from your application's admin UI in the browser. This is a convenient way of updating your code, but not very secure. With strict permissions, you have to update your code from the command line. It's not as easy, but far more secure way of patching your code. There are many downsides to hard-coding passwords and API keys in the codebase. Regardless, developers usually end up hard-coding these secrets because there are no other easy ways around this. Variables fixes this problem. It uses a secrets manager in the backend and keeps everything encrypted. So the danger zone is just that. It lets you delete or undeploy your application. The code base is still safe in your Git repo, but the application along with the database and the files will be deleted if you go forward. Okay, we're done with applications dashboard. Here's something else. From the People tab, you can invite collaborators as developers or admins. You can invite them by email or create an open invite link that anyone can use to join your workspace. Open invites are great for classes and community projects. You can also revoke users' access from here as well. Admins and developers can do pretty much the same thing. The only difference is that admins can kick out developers, that developers cannot kick out admins. Back to workspaces. If you've got just one team managing all your projects and applications, then all you need is one workspace. This is the simplest and easiest way of managing all your sites. But say you're an agency managing projects for different clients. Then you probably want to set up each client on a separate workspace or even each project on a separate workspace. You can even use workspaces to split a single project. For example, if you only want a handful of developers to have access to your production site, then you would create 2 workspaces, one for the dev and test sites and another for the production site alone. About single sign-on. One of the biggest benefits of single sign-on is that there are no separate access or SSH keys to manage. The SSH keys are usually very difficult to manage across all the servers and can become a huge security liability when it's not done correctly. SSO, or single sign-on, eliminates that problem completely. There are no access keys or SSH keys to manage, ever. When you evict a user, they lose all access to all workspaces, projects, and applications instantly. Out of the box, we support Google SSO. However, enterprise customers can replace this with Okta, Active Directory, or most other SSO providers. Okay, that's it. Thank you for hanging in there through this entire video. We have just scratched the surface here, so if you have questions or you want to learn more, please feel free to contact us.